Wassail, beautiful people. So, we're in part 2 of 3. We're in Janus Geminus. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1st to the 6th of May. 6 columns. We've learned an awful lot about ourselves. And now we've reached the statue in the middle. And it seems to be Saturn rather than Janus. But in many ways, they are a transition of the same thing. They're an energy of looking both forwards and backwards at both the sun and the moon and moving through a passageway of time. So we're there for the 7th, the 8th and the 9th before we move on to the last 6 columns, which will be the next video. So what's here? What's going on? In the old days, they would sit down at this point and they would read prophecy. And it would tell them about their coming victories or defeats. And I feel it's no different for us. I think we are all in eclipse tunnels, engaging in a personal battle with time consciousness, us, our other selves, our versions of us in other dimensions, different lifetimes. They're like a focused portal where the eye of a needle opens and there seems to be a billion threads of existence, of our existences, all reaching a focus, and it's at this point that you can turn and move off on a different philosophical thread. And it is about how you feel, how you think. So what's also key to this period, I would suggest, is Moon in Leo. The Moon is in Leo and it's part of that transformative energy of the old royal star Regulus now being in Virgo. It's time to change. It's been there for a few years, but it's like we have been unable to acknowledge the changes that are afoot all around us, and they're vast. So let's have some bells. So, yellow and black butterflies. So the first bell was really extreme, like a shock. And that's how life right now feels. It feels like quite a shock. There's things going on around us that are just shocking. And then it immediately softened. And then the third bell was really distorted, like it was trying to be retuned. We have 3 days. Maybe the 7th will be shocking. Maybe then we will calm down and then begin the retune. Let's see what we get with some cards. Pop that back over there. We're going to begin with the runes. And actually, hopefully, if my editing's correct, while I read the poem, I can put the rune there, or put the rune there. I don't know which way to lean to leave room for the card. We'll see. When I read the poem, I'll get out of the way of the screen, or I'll just put the rune up on the whole, right across me. So, I think we're looking at really the energy of the moon and of Leo, but we will begin with the general frequency. Again, black and yellow butterflies. I just posted this on my website today. Ice, grit, backed into a corner and in fear. So, let's get that poem and let's have a little read of it. I just have to download them all. And it's slow. There's the black and yellow butterfly. I don't mean one butterfly. I mean one butterfly is black and one butterfly is yellow. And that's that frequency that we always talk about as being transitional. So, let's see, that's poems 13 to 25. I want 1 to 12, since this is 11. There's a 111 frequency in this. East is often seen as an energy of hanging on, but I see and tune into a slightly different energy, which is about this being the first stroke from heaven, from the void. Black and yellow butterflies again. The black one just came towards me. The yellow one's hiding. And they're on red flowers. It's the first stroke from heaven to earth, life. And yet this is often seen as gripping on, fearful and not wanting to slip on ice. So, it is called Is or ice. There's the rune. Newly born, frightened first step, primary motion, so uncertain. Learning to walk while holding consciousness in its vessel and being caught out by life, but thriving and breathing deep. Held still in naive stasis. Calculate, plan, redefine and absorb all that's needed to move forwards on the dangerous thin ice. The dangerous thin ice of life, of being alive, it is often a very slippery surface that we have to get used to moving through. So ice gripped. You see, I feel like I was going to go with the Shamanic Oracle deck, but I feel like I need to be all runic. So, Odin and the Nine Realms, what else would you like to say about ice? Let go. Let go. Move. The only thing is, I'm saying move, but don't move. You need to stay still for 3 days. You need to rest. We need to rebuild. We need to be in a regenerative, I wanted to say meditative, but that's not what I mean. I mean in a regenerative, it's the chakalakas. I'm sorry, I have to look for them because I still haven't managed to see them. And they're the size of a turkey. And they keep hiding from me. So, Odin and the Nine Realms, ice. Sitting still, calmly regenerating before the next part of the journey through the columns. So we have Kaun down here, and there is something about the fallen spark. I'm being told to look at the motion of to fold in, to create this, the movement between flexibility. You have to be flexible. You can't hold old core values. Ing and Frigg. Friggin. Friggin in the rigging, friggin in the rigging, friggin in the rigging, there was nothing else to do. So yeah, there was fuck all else to do but sit in this space. The destiny of your own water meadow. It's like this, they're showing me Frigg as shielding herself from igniting her water meadow. So igniting the seat of her soul. She's protecting herself from it. Why? Why would you protect yourself? Because it's not ready. She's protecting herself. She's deciding when to ignite her water meadow, when to make her soul be rekindled. It's her choice. She's sitting and she's thinking. She's in a 3-day cosmic river, allowing things to move past her and to filter what belongs and what doesn't belong. So let's see what else there is. This is the Alchemy of Astrology. It's what I meant to pick up. The Alchemy of Astrology deck. Soot. See, look. That's the black butterfly. This is the penultimate card before Mary the Jewess. Chaos and endings. The Massa Confuser. Confuser. It's the void. It's the limitless potential. But what's fascinating about this is it's not that void. It's not the void from which the first moment of life came. It's from a return to the void. It's almost like you say to yourself in this 3-day period, what do I have possession of? Not just materially, but what do I have possession of philosophically that I can put back in the void and keep it, get rid of it, put it back in. It's not needed. This is something to do with cosmic love cycles. So you've had things that you adore, things that you love. I want to say that it's like Brom out here. Sweep away the things that don't belong. The things you don't need must go. Also, it is the seed of all things. And there is this energy of yellow electric seed, and we're still in yellow electric seed. We haven't moved yet until July. There's something about a need for moisture, and moisture is water, is emotions. She is basking in the lagoon, in the cosmic Akashic ocean, because it's a water meadow. A water meadow. Oh, fireflies. Fireflies come from the ground, but they only hatch and come out when the ground is really wet and it's a moist, rainy season. They need that moisture to trigger life. We need better, moist emotions to trigger the new life in our water meadow, and that's what we're dealing with. The natural world, reigniting the natural world within us. That's Saturn. Oh, they're flying all over the place. So we have Quicksilver. Quicksilver is dynamism. It's something that happens very rapidly. It looks like Mercury. It is Mercury, but Mercury is Quicksilver. And that's that emotional, cool fluidity that was in yesterday's message. Just get that one and put it there. This is the mutability. This is the preparation of the energy. Oh, Mercury, Quicksilver, ruler of Virgo. The moon will move from Leo, that very fixed ego notion, to a chance to adapt and move like a silver river. Mercury moving. Flexibility. We had that from the beginning. The flexibility to spark up your water meadow. And this is made from 2 of these. You put that symbol, okay, and then you have it this way. And that makes your water meadow. You have to be both the giver and the receiver of a divine spark in yourself. When you choose the moment is right, it's a herald of change, moving as we do into the moon in Virgo. And then we have this energy of That's fascinating. The trap. The trap. The moon in Aquarius is seen as the trap. It's the inflexibility. The lack of an emotional freedom that's needed to move forwards. The Achilles heel. Our Achilles heel is our distrust of the steps we make forwards at the moment. It's like a whole series of boundaries have been put up around us and we're frightened by them. So there's something strong ego written here. There's a strong ego, that inflexible, very fixed thought process. You've got to adapt. You've got to apply mutable earth, quicksilver energy to your philosophy. Your philosophy must adapt. And then the card on the floor, the Philosopher's Stone. You take the Massa Confuser and find all the prime materials, the prima materia, and you create the Philosopher's Stone, the golden opportunity to be, to move, to become something else. So those 3 days are like a time to review your life and move forwards. Yeah, at first you're going to be shocked by what you've learned at the first 6 columns. So that's the 7th. On the 8th, you're going to soften and you're going to begin to understand how you take what makes you fearful and flexibly bend it into what can create the symbol to light your inner water meadow. And eventually by the 3rd day you will create, or at least understand how to work and where they are, the prime materials from the soot of your previous philosophy. And that's the journey that you're going to step into from the 10th until the 16th, and we'll do that video tomorrow. I imagine it will be alive. I just wanted to do this one as a very short, crisp, clear video for you, so that you can all sit for those 3 days at Null Island, and you can, I mean, maybe it's Frigg you're talking to. It doesn't have to be Saturn. Saturn is a connection to the natural world. Frigg is about unbinding, unweaving, combing, getting ready so that you can reweave. That's that distaff of Frigg that's Orion up in the heavens in Old Norse mythology. It's a beautiful message. And I'll be back with you, I guess, tomorrow. Maybe on the hammock. Who knows? We'll see. So, Wassail, beautiful people.